Hey you guys, I wanted to share my winter wonderland with you. Pretty cool out there. All right, I know that some of you are probably trying to decide if I'm bad or good, and I understand that. But I believe that we are all messengers of God. Whether we be perceived as bad or good, we're all that original thought of God. I know my allegiance that I made with God a couple years ago, so I move forward in the confidence, in the faith of that, and that helps me along. And I also just think it's just above us to try and decide what's bad or good. So I just practice in just being in that faith and just moving forward. So I wanted to show you that. And that said, we'll get on with it. Hey guys. Okay, I saw the Hush Puppy video on the occulter, where he called the other thing coming in the occulter, which made me remember my Lilith video and my own original thought. Okay, where I made my mistake. I've been telling you that Tiamat is a spinning disco ball of inverted or reverted light, a dark crystal. Okay, that is not Tiamat. I will get into how I feel about Tiamat a little later in the video. That is what I believe is Lilith, the dark star, the binary twin, the sun's sister. Okay, so yes, and this is also kind of how Lilith was misrepresented. Yes, she's spinning. She creates a vortex, so she sucks other things, other planets, other moons in. She's a succubus. I've been trying to relate a lot of my dream, a lot of Lilith, a lot of American gods, which I'm about to touch on, with space. So let's think of Adam as atom, A-T-O-M. And let's think God's first original thought, first original experiment was to mix maybe crystals or dark matter with the atom, and that was Lilith. So it could be as simple as that, and we're so afraid of her because we think she's a demon, a succubus, someone who entrances people. And she is entrancing because she's bringing in a new light, a different light. So yes, she's very entrancing, but she's not taking the place of God. She's made by God. In another part of her story, she was tricked, just like we're all being tricked by AI to think we need this, that we need YouTube, that we need our phones, that we need technology. That is the same trick, that we have it all. We know it all from science, from the Bible, from the book of Enoch, that we know it all. That is the trap. That is the probably what she is coming to destroy. So I'm not saying to fear anything. I know that last video sounded like I was trying to reduce fear, and I'm sorry. That's just where I was at the moment then. But I have the faith that this will end up well. This will end out well. And or Satan could be CERN. CERN's trying to create the God particle, the false God particle, dark matter, antimatter. So maybe she's coming to destroy that. That whole blasphemous action. It could be something as simple as that. Well, not simple, but it's something like that. Okay, secondly, Tiamat. A lot of people are starting to be under the belief that we might be on the missing piece of Tiamat. And we might be. We might be. We might be that missing chunk. We might be Tiamatians. We never know. That's why I don't fear. That's why I feel connected with her. Maybe that's why a lot of us feel connected with her. But let me tell you what I see she's doing. She's basically a gal who is using what she's got. She's gathered her planets, her moons, debris, her chunks of mountain, and she's using them. She blows them apart to gain energy. She sucks them in. So basically, Tiamat is a wonderful story of a survivor, someone who's been broken. I'm sorry. Sorry. Fuck. Someone who's been broken to pieces and learned how to put it back together and to survive and to come through and to help people. So, that's the story I get from Tiamat. Sorry to get so emotional, but that's just the connection I feel with her, and that's, I can just relate. So let's get on with the rest of the video. Sorry to get so emotional. Here is the link that I see with American Gods in space and with Lilith. You guys are going to like this. The lead character of American Gods on the Stars channel is called Shadow Moon. He also goes by the name Michael Ansel, as in the angel Michael. So is this telling us that the moon is our Michael? That the moon is our protector? I don't know, but I'm keeping an open mind. Shadow Moon is Native American and African. The other lead role goes to Odin, or Mercury, and I'll be getting into him later.
Terra North Dakota. The Spirit Lake Nation of the Lakota Sioux, to be exact.
Now I'd like to get into Lilith's part of this, or as she's called in American Gods, Lilquist. Her symbol is the peacock, so I'd like you to notice the peacock feathers as her scene opens. I'd like you to also notice her dark blue disco ball dress.
They're all herbs and whatnot. My.
I don't have time for you. I'm expecting a guest.
Wow.
I am not a prostitute. There are no others like me.
Oh, I see.
As a matter of fact, I am special. I am Milquist, mother of all beauty. I am the color of the sky. I give light to the sun.
The peacock is a symbol for good and evil, death and resurrection, sinful pride and overweening vanity. Her friend is the crow. The peacock was a part of King Solomon's treasures. It was also associated with Alexander the Great. He took great value in the peacock and even forbid it to be killed. He first discovered the peacock on the banks of the river Hierotis. Some say the peacock was created by a 100-eyed giant. Maybe this is why we're seeing so many eyes in the sky, so many impressions of eyes, so many craters in the moon, so many craters in everything. I believe it's a part of her energy imprint. The Hindus say the peacock kills the snake. They also use the peacock for a symbol of the sun. The peacock was also pictured in Bible manuscripts and was known to some as the rebirth and the renewal of Christ. Christ can also be known as a society, a good society, so therefore an antichrist could just be something that's anti-society. I can't tell you Lilith's story, but I can tell you the story of the peacock. The peacock was seduced by Satan with the promise to teach her 3 important words to save him from ill health, old age, and death. Satan appealed to the peacock's compassion. Satan would only teach these 3 words to the peacock if she allowed him to pass through the gates of paradise. Mesmerized by the possibility of immortality, the peacock agreed to help Satan scheme with the serpent to let Satan enter paradise. Lilith, the peacock, was the one who trusted too much and let Satan inside the Garden of Eden. Later, Satan seduced Eve. God became angry and cast out of paradise Satan, the serpent, and the peacock. I'm still working on how this story applies to space, but there again you can see that Lilith's story is one of compassion.
I am not what you see. I was not made for you. I was before Shiva. I was before Aphrodite, before the word. I am not alone. I knew and was known. I was... My name was...
The next scene is of Lilith and her sister, the sun.
I know you as you know me. I is we. Hush. Look at yourself. See your sweet, true self. See the truth in who you are.
Now they do the capoeira. It's a fight dance. It's a way of practicing warfare with your ally.